Good day to you this day of your time. How are you all? Once again, we take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for allowing our civilization to communicate with you through this window in this way at this time. Once again, each and every time you allow our civilization to make this link with you, it expands our understanding of all that many more ways that the infinite has of expressing itself within creation, and simultaneously strengthens the co-creation of a third new reality that is different between your reality, our reality, in which one day we may be capable of meeting you more concretely face to face. So we thank you for the opportunity to co-engineer that new dimension of reality with each and every one of you. We would like to begin this transmission this day of your time with a brief idea. And that is, again, connecting to the concept of choices, allowing each and every one of you just another new, as you say, spin on the concept of making choices, to allow yourselves to remember that everything is a choice. There really is no such thing as being between choices. The only thing that exists, in a sense, between choices is a complete state of neutrality, complete state of balance in that sense. But as you make a choice, you are then invoking the idea of a manifestation, of an attraction, of an experience, of a reality. There is really no such thing as waiting to make a choice, for in a sense, even the idea of experiencing neutrality is a choice. But as you make your choices from one to the other, and understand that there's really nothing in between, that you're always in a state of choosing something, you can allow yourself more opportunity to experience, to know, to feel that all choices are equal. No choice, in a sense, has more power than any other choice. And all choices being equal in their capability of manifestation will thus paradoxically allow the choices you prefer to be capable of being attracted more effortlessly, more easily, to manifest along the path of least resistance, because you will not be making the idea of one choice over another as if it is more important. And by allowing all choices to be equal, you allow each choice the same ability to manifest. By assuming that you have to, in a sense, keep other things at bay, keep things away from you, by spending your energy on the idea of focusing on not choosing this or not choosing that, or being afraid of choosing this or being afraid of choosing that, you are creating, by that perspective, by that point of view, more focus, more energy, more solidity to that particular choice than any other choice you say you want. So please remember that the paradox, the power in the paradox in this situation, is that by relaxing your focus on what you don't want, by relaxing your focus on what you might be afraid might happen, and just allowing the idea that if that does happen, it's really no more powerful than anything else. It is just another choice. It is just another experience. By coming into your reality with that attitude, you give yourself far more capability and far more self-empowerment to be able to attract the choice that is representative of your truth, of your natural self, of your preference. So that you don't have to spend energy fusing the power you have to the things you are afraid may happen. And the reality to simply automatically and effortlessly manifest the things that are representative of the vibrating state you're in at any given moment. The idea, again, to please remember, is that as you allow all choices to be equal, as you allow the path of least resistance to manifest itself in your reality, is to remember to remain in the moment, intact with your discernment about what is happening, and to be willing to use every single scrap, every single iota, every single gram, every single crumb of what is going on. If it is there for a reason, it is there for your reason. In that sense, it is all an orchestration. There are no accidents in that manner. So every little single thing, no matter how insignificant it may seem, we're not saying you have to become fixated on it in terms of being fixated on all the details, but simply realize and allow that everything that is going on, no matter what it is, no matter how big, no matter how small, is there for a reason as part of the whole picture that you happen to be at that moment. Do not discount or dismiss or ignore or deny anything that is going on in your reality at any given moment, because if you do, you are denying a portion of the present, you are denying a portion of your power, you are denying a portion of your orchestration, and therefore not capable of allowing the next moment to occur because you are unwilling to allow this moment to be fully what it needs to be. You must accept yourself totally. And this brings us to the final point of this brief idea, this brief sharing, and that, once again, is that no matter how many techniques you may get from us or elsewhere, no matter how many tools for manifestation or living your life you may get from us or elsewhere, no matter how many ideas, no matter how many philosophies, no matter how many understandings you have about reality or yourself that you wish to apply to make change in your life, no matter how many you get, no matter where they come from, they are all hinged, first and foremost, on your unconditional love of yourself, on your true valuation of yourself, on your true and total acceptance of yourself, and the cessation of denial of your being. If you do not value yourself first, love yourself unconditionally, accept yourself as you are, you cannot use any of these tools in any way, shape, or form. They will not be effective because you will not be present to use them. Only by loving yourself unconditionally, even if you know you wish to change. Only by loving yourself as you are unconditionally gives you the power to stay in the present, to be able to use the tools that we are sharing with you, or anyone may share with you, because only in the present is your point of power. You only exist in the here and now, and if you are not allowing yourself to accept yourself fully, then you are not being in the present. If you're not in the present, you cannot use the things that exist in the present, because that's the only place things exist, here and now. So if you pretend that you're not here, if you ignore a portion of yourself, if you deny a portion of what is happening in your life, as if it were not a reflection of you, then you deny yourself the capability and the power to use all the knowledge, all the empirical mechanical understanding, all the consideration, all the definitions we have shared or others have shared with you. So it begins with you. It continues with you. It ends with you in the sense of knowing that you are made out of unconditional love of the infinite, and thus if you do not reflect in thought, word, and deed all that unconditional love, which again does not mean that you dispense with discernment about recognizing what you prefer as a vibration, but nevertheless recognizing that you can still unconditionally allow, unconditionally love, equally allow all choices to be valid, while then choosing, while then making the choice from your recognition, from your unconditional love, those things that you know represent your truth, your vibration, your reality, as your understanding of the consciousness of the being that you were created to be. Therefore, with this in mind, we thank you once again for allowing us at this timing to share this tidbit of information with you, this perspective, this point of view. And in return for the gift that you are giving our civilization in allowing us to experience this interaction with each and every one of you, I ask you now in return, in what way at this time may I and my world be of service to you? In so doing, did any, even the most abstract type of image come to you at all?
Just me.
Just you.
Just me.
Just you. Very good. You, unto yourself, are absolutely self-contained, and all of the knowledge you are discovering already exists within you. All of the communication you are having whether or not it is connecting to what you might typically call other consciousness or not, also comes from you. Allow yourself to recognize, therefore, that right now you are complete. And whatever definition of that completeness you choose to have will determine the rate and timing in which you will manifest your unique expression of that completeness. You yourself is all you need. You yourself, in that sense, is all you have. But it is all you need. So in your search, in your research, allow yourself to recognize that there was you at the beginning, and no matter what or whom you connect up to or with in your research, there will only be you at the end, so to speak, the end. And when, instead of a search, it becomes an expression, then the energy will flow. For research is creating an echo inwardly, and the, in a sense, headache are a reflection of that echo. When you let it out, then you will be channeling through yourself rather than allowing it to bottle up and channel back into yourself, constantly researching for that part of yourself you think you do not yet contain. You contain it. When you let it out, that is when you will discover it has been there all along, and you will no longer need to search and research. You follow me?
Yes.
You know what you need to know when you need to know it, yes. And at the same time, everything you need to know to be anything you wish to be, you know right now. Anything that you can conceive of being at all right now, because you have the ability to conceive of being that idea, even the slightest notion of that idea, you contain all the tools necessary right now to be that idea, because having that idea is an indication that you do have the tools for that level already.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. More and continuous pleasant dreams to you.
Thank you.
And the breathing will also energize, balance, and alleviate a great deal of the pressure. So breathe. Meditate, breathe. Slowly, fully. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Good evening, Bashar.
And to you.
My question is in regards to experiences that I have had on spaceships.
All right. Were they fun?
Oh, they were wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
They were quite interesting.
Yes.
I feel that a time has come for me to be more open about these experiences. And
I
have come to you to ask suggestions and directions in how to go forth to do this.
Recognize, first of all, that your willingness to do what you are doing now and share what you are sharing now is, in and of itself, a first step. For now, you are allowing yourself to let it be all right for other individuals in your society to know how you believe you are connected up in this society. You follow me?
Yes.
You have many, many, many literature books that speak of many different kinds of encounters, physiological encounters, mental encounters, and so forth. The physical channel made you aware of a new one this evening of your time. Perhaps in reading synchronistically of that account, it will allow you more understanding of how to come forth with your own. For it is in that way written by individuals who have that experience, and those individuals do form connections to other individuals that have similar experiences and wish to explore the entire idea. Also, whatever it is you have learned in these experiences, you can simply share the information therein in a general sense. The principles. Apply what you have learned, the principles of what you have learned in a general way, to your society by sharing the ideas in ways that individuals in your society can make use of, so that they can get them to work for themselves. Whether or not you define the source or label it is not important. The ideas, the essence, the tools, it is what is workable. That is what is important. So simply, whether or not you have to tell anyone where you think the information was learned, share the information. Then you will be acting as an example, a reflection for other individuals to see within you how this information works in your life, so that if they choose to believe it can work in their lives, they can live it too. They do not necessarily have to know where it came from in that sense, for again, fundamentally, since it was a co-creation, it still always comes from you.
I see.
You follow me?
Yes, I do.
So, put into action, in whatever way excites you the most, the information. Share that with people. Put it into action. How you wish to be of service in sharing this information will be exactly the correct way for you to share it, and will be the reason for why you were contacted.
I see. Okay.
You follow me?
Yes, I do.
We also thank you for playing your part in the expansion of awareness in the civilization into which you have chosen to be born.
Thank you. Could I have one more question, please?
That was it.
That was it?
Just kidding. You do not have to ask if you can ask. Go ahead.
I'd like to know why I'm plagued with health problems.
Plagued.
Plagued.
Interesting phrase.
Experiencing.
One idea is very strongly connected to what you might call some past life scenarios wherein you had an inherent weakness belief. You have carried that inherent weakness belief into this life to some degree. One of the main reasons was to allow you to focus on the mental attributes that have now brought you to where you are and given you the ability to form the communications you have formed. You no longer need that as a tool, for the communications have been fulfilled in that sense. They are now ongoing. You are doing what you need to do in that sense. You are on track, and therefore you can allow yourself to realize that you can be sound of mind and body simultaneously. And one of the ways to realize that most succinctly and most quickly is to recognize that your mind and your body truly, not really, are separate things.
I see.
Now, let me share with you one idea we have shared with many of you of late. Whether or not this makes mechanical sense to your outer aware consciousness, this will sink in on one level, and you may find that in your dream realities or the way your life plays itself out, you will realize a more profound, deeper understanding of what we are about to say than it may appear on the surface at this time. Listen. Are you listening?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. Consciousness does not exist in the body. The body exists within your consciousness. Do you understand the difference?
Yes.
Then learn to feel the difference. Learn to allow the understanding of that difference to be absolutely real for you. For if your body exists within your consciousness, then your body is only the product of the ideas and the beliefs at any given moment that you are creating your consciousness to be. Ask yourself, how does having the idea of imbalanced health serve you? If it no longer serves you, then recognize the only reason you may be holding on to it is because of habit, because of the way you have been taught to think. Now that you have formed the connections that you have formed, one of the reasons for those connections is to allow you to know that you are the creator of your reality, and that your physical experience is the product of what you believe to be true. And if you have a physical experience that you no longer need, then the only way that physical experience can continue is if the beliefs continue. If the beliefs continue, it is usually only the product that you are used to those beliefs being the only beliefs you are familiar with. Redefine the belief. If the idea of ill health no longer serves you, then allow yourself to say, I will now receive, and I make the conscious decision now to now receive any information I need to receive in the easiest possible way along the path of least resistance, and therefore I will not have to create scenarios in my life that now force me to look at things that I am refusing to look at, because I will not allow the information to come subtly. When you do not allow the information that comes to you to come subtly, then your body and your consciousness will do whatever it has to do to get you to pay attention to the area, the aspect, and the fragment of yourself that you have created the message to come from. Many times this will take the manifestation of dis-ease, because then you are absolutely, beyond a shadow of a doubt, focused on the idea that you are living at that moment. You are paying attention to the totality of yourself. When you can pay attention to the totality of yourself without needing the disease, you will not have it. So the idea is to homogenize yourself and recognize that body and mind are one idea. One idea. Do not separate them any longer, and as strong as you find your mind to be, your body will follow suit. You follow?
Yes.
Now, how do you imagine yourself to be in what you call an idealized state? How would you imagine you would be in what you call perfect health? Can you feel what it, quote unquote, would be like?
Yes.
You have a good, strong feeling of what it would be like?
Yes, I do.
All right, feel it for a moment. Let it completely wash through your body. Feel what it would be like to be absolutely, perfectly in health. You do know what it is like. So feel it, absolutely. Experience it. Let that sensation sink into every cell, every molecule, every atom, the spaces between the atoms. Let it infuse itself in the energy field, the electromagnetic field that you are. You know that matter is energy and energy is matter, yes?
Yes, I do.
Then allow yourself to think of yourself for now. If you believe you are an out of balance material state, then revert yourself back to a homogeneous energy state, where no one part has the ability to stand out from any other part. As soon as you allow yourself to melt back into energy in your imagination, then you will be realigning the definition of yourself. You will be defining the ideal blueprint of yourself. And then as you allow your body to recrystallize from that energy state, allow it to recrystallize more along the pattern of what you are now holding to be the idea of what it feels like to be in perfect health. In other words, in your imagination, imagine yourself to become the homogeneous blue-white electromagnetic energy that your material is created from. In your imagination, float in that state. Be that state. See yourself as the blue-white sphere of transparent energy. Then, in that state, impose upon that energy the vibration of what you know it feels like to be in perfect health. Then let your body recrystallize along the new template that you have imposed upon the energy that you are. And bit by bit, as many times as you need to do it, but absolutely definitely bit by bit, you will then reconstruct yourself according to that idea that you know represents your idealized state. You follow me?
Yes.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
This is one of the ideas that we will also be taking many of you through within the workshop that has been announced. The idea of what you call this workshop will be, as you name it, a self-empowerment workshop, and will focus on 4 primary aspects, all geared in building your own understanding of self-creativity and empowerment. 1 will be bodily alignment. The 2nd will be psychic sensitivity. The 3rd will be creativity and abundance. And the 4th will be the idea of awakening and transformation and manifestation into your life of the ideas you know you are. These 4 ideas combined together will allow you to experience in a concentrated form a time frame that completely takes you out of your typical preconceived notions of a day-to-day existence and allows you to begin to rely upon what we have discussed to be the miraculous foundation of creation itself. So these ideas we will assist you with, go through you with, in terms you call technique and exercise, and it will be in a highly concentrated form. But we guarantee that your own imagination always has the ability to give you what you need if you are willing to rely upon it. And at the same time, when you are willing to let yourself transform in these ways, changes will occur in your life at whatever rate you are comfortable in allowing them to change. We thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy the meditation. Be vibratory energy, for everything is simply that. Sharing.
Good evening, Monsieur Bashar.
Evening.
Vous parlez français?
Un peu.
Vous êtes from Canada?
We understand. The idea is that we are not speaking your language at all. We are only capable of using the vocabulary inherent
Vous êtes from
within
Canada?
the channel. Is, yes, the channel, not me.
Merci beaucoup.
Do you understand us?
Oui, je comprends beaucoup.
The channel.
I understand.
The
Yes,
channel
I understand the channel.
speaks English.
I
Your
am
language,
speaking-
English.
I am speaking.
Yes,
I am speaking of the higher power.
we understand.
Okay.
But you also have definitions that you have been taught.
Yes, I have been taught. Now I am speaking to you
Yes,
on one-on-one.
yes,
I'm asking a question.
ask.
All right. I'm going to a new venture.
Yes,
Promotional advertising and product placement in entertainment industry.
yes,
That's it.
yes.
I'm asking. That's it. What is my venture going to end up with? Or what are my...
Are you frightened?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
You are frightened because you do not know that you have the ability to create the reality you desire.
Yes.
But recognize that you do. And that therefore, anything at all that excites you the most is what you will be most successful at if you put 100% of your trust into it. You see, excitement is your sign. Excitement is the energy of creation. And therefore, when you discover something that excites you the most, that is your sign that that is the thing in life you actually can be most successful at. All you need to do is trust it and act upon it and follow the excitement at any given moment. Follow where the excitement goes. And you will always be completely successful and abundant. Excitement is the physical translation of the connection to infinite creation. So if it excites you, do it and you will be successful. If you find at any given time within any venture that a certain aspect of it no longer excites you, then discover where the excitement does lie. Follow it. And even though it may not seem on the surface to be connected to what you think it should connect to, it is the excitement within that scenario that lets you know ultimately it is connected. Maybe not in the way you have been taught to think, maybe in an unexpected route. But if you always follow with 100% faith and trust and unconditional love whatever it is that excites you the most, all things that excite you will be able to be accomplished in your life, because excitement is a thread that leads through everything you need to do to fully live the life you have chosen to live. Ça ne fait rien. Shooting!
Good evening, Bashar.
Good evening.
I've been coming to see you for several months now, and I haven't spoken before this because I'm terrified of speaking in front of groups.
All right. You are not alone in your society. Did you know something?
What?
That particular fear is the #1 fear in your society.
I would believe it.
So, you are in marvelous company.
In fact, I've created it so well that I thought if I do not get up here and get through this, then I'm never going to get through this fear. So I'm here.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for allowing us, all of us, to be what reflects your own trust in yourself to you. We thank you for showering us with such a beautiful gift as your willingness to share. For the fear you have, and the fear that any of you would have about the idea of speaking with other individuals or in front of other individuals, is only the fear that what you have to say is not worthwhile. But you are a unique facet of infinite creation, and therefore, because you exist, everything you have to say is just as much an equal gift as anything anyone has to say. So we thank you for showering us with the gift that you are.
Thank you. And if it wasn't for the boldness and the courage of so many other people that have gotten up here and done this, then I wouldn't have been able to listen to all the wonderful tapes that I've listened to over the last few months and caught up on your last year and learned so much from all of you, and I just want to thank you very much.
We thank you, and allow us to remind you of one thing. The you used to be, you no longer are.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Hi.
Hi.
My mother recently had a contact. A voice came very clear in her head. Alana, I am your space brother. And she's been very upset ever since because she doesn't know how to establish contact, and that was the only communication that she got, and she was kind of nervous at the time.
All right. The nervousness, therefore, in a sense, is an indication of the rate that will be, let us say, most conducive for the next contact. However, not all contacts are going to come in that method. Understand once again that no matter what form a guide takes, many communications will simply play themselves out in your physical life. In other words, walking down your street, overhearing a certain conversation, seeing a printed sentence that makes sense to you, walking up to your bookshelf and seeing the one book that gives you the information you now need. Those are all forms of communication from many different levels. You follow me?
Yes.
So, simply suggest that she stop trying to pay attention to the way it came before and simply get on with the living of the life. It is, as we have said, the living of the life that will allow any individual to know everything they need to know to continue living that life. And the idea, once again, and why many of these contacts are sporadic in that sense, is once they have been, let us say, kicked into action, the idea is to realize that you do not need those contacts to live the life. They then lure you to looking, to searching, to exploring with your curiosity so that you discover for yourselves that you have the empowerment to continue the acceleration and you don't need the other individual to do it for you. Guides are very tricky in that way. They lure you into more of yourself. You follow me?
Yes.
So, allow the individual to learn to live in the moment, live in the now, enjoy the life they are. In living that life to the fullest, everything they need to know, they will find out one way or another. One way or another. It is simply the opening of synchronicity in their life. The opening of the awareness that everything in life is synchronicity. And that simply means that everything is always in the right place at the right time, interacting with exactly the correct individuals that need to be interacted with to show you at any given moment what the idea is you believe in the strongest. From time to time, the guides will give a small hint, a small interjection in the most subtle of ways. It may seem to be startling to you just because it came in an unexpected fashion. But allow yourself to recognize that the momentum has been set off, and that if that individual simply allows their life to unfold and lives it, that the momentum will carry them unerringly to the places they need to go. And if and when they need communication in that fashion again, it will be there.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Bashar.
Hello.
First, I'd like to say I experienced great joy and excitement in hearing the words from you.
We experience ecstatic joy and excitement in interacting with all of you.
Thank you. My question is, I'd like you to discuss an antidote or remedy for getting in the way of the true self because of the personality.
We have already done this to some degree.
Yes.
Following what excites you the most is what allows you to be the true self.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The medicine, so to speak, is that simple. All you need to do is take it.
Right.
Now, first of all, what may be quote-unquote getting in your way also is the assumption that the personality has to get in the way. Personality is not who or what you are. It is an artificial construct. Mm-hmm. And therefore, it is your artificial construct. Mm-hmm. What do you wish it to be? Define it, and that's what it will be. Define the idea you prefer to be and you are most excited about being at any given moment, and the persona has absolutely no choice but to become a reflection, a representation of the idea you believe most strongly in. You know is you.
So the idea is to control the personality as opposed to the personality controlling
well,
your
in a
truth.
sense, but control may lead to conflict. You do not have to control it. In a sense, it is already under your control. It is your creation. Mm-hmm. You are already controlling it. You have never lost control. Your personality at any given moment is absolutely always a perfect reflection of what you believe it most likely can be. It is always under your control and has never been out of your control, ever. Always it is a reflection of what you believe most strongly. That is why when you see situations occurring in your physical reality, when you see ideas occurring in your physical personality, it is not there to show you that you are out of control. It is not there to show you you have failed. It is not there to show you you are stuck. It is there to show you what you believe. And if you don't prefer it, change it. Your personality will change accordingly to whatever idea you know is who you are. But you have to truly know it and act like you know it and trust that you know it. Then your persona can change to show you beyond a shadow of a doubt that you do in fact know who you are.
Okay.
But you are never out of control.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you create the illusion that you are.
Mm-hmm.
You follow me?
Yes.
So first and foremost, lighten up on yourself. Mm-hmm. Lighten up on your personality. Mm-hmm. It is simply a prism. Your personality is a prism. It has three corners: belief, emotion, and thought. Those three corners form your physical persona. The idea you are at any given moment is the white light of your homogeneous consciousness. It comes through the prism and breaks down into whatever type of spectrum you have defined the prism to be. So examine your beliefs, your feelings, and your thoughts. And when you allow yourself to simply know that you wish to have certain beliefs in a certain way, then that will define your feelings, that will define your thoughts, that will describe the prism of your personality, and therefore that will be the way the white light of your homogeneous consciousness breaks down into the spectrum you see as your physical reality. Mm-hmm. You follow me?
Yes.
But?
But. I'm not sure what you mean by beliefs.
All right. Belief is a patterned system of perspectives of the situation you are creating yourself to be in. Your relationship to that situation, where you think you, quote-unquote, stand relative to any particular concept or notion, how you relate to it, how it relates to you. Those are your beliefs. Mm-hmm. I believe in the idea of dis-ease. I believe that if, therefore, I do such and such, it will result in such and such. Mm-hmm. And so it does. You are setting up the equation. Beliefs are simply equations. They are cause and effect equations. That is what your beliefs are. You simply say, if A happens, B will follow. That is a belief. Mm-hmm. You can allow A and B to be any definition you wish. And when you redefine what A and B are, it changes the entire event. You follow me? Mm-hmm. And in many scenarios, A can go into the B space and B can go into the A space. It does not have to be linear. Mm-hmm. Cause and effect are single event, and one does not necessarily have to come first. If you create a strong enough effect, nature, not allowing there to be a vacuum in creation, will supply the cause to support the effect you have created. So that is why in life, many individuals, as we have used this analogy before, will go through life absolutely refusing to be happy until they find a good enough reason to be happy, a good enough cause to be happy. If they would allow themselves to perhaps come from the point of view that they really don't have a reason to not be happy, and allow themselves to simply create the effect of happiness, then nature will supply all of the causes to support the happiness.
So act as if, actually.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That is it.
Thank you.
It is believing is seeing, not seeing is believing.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
Hello.
How are you?
Perfect. And you?
Fine.
You are perfect as well, whether you know it or
try.
not. In your own way, you do not have to try.
My question is, let me tell you a little bit about myself.
All right.
I'll be brief. I'm just getting into, well, learning about New Age awareness, and
Speak up a little louder, please.
Okay, I'll speak up. I can't help but be a little skeptical.
That is all right.
Okay.
We do not care. For you understand, in your society, it is the habit of the way you think to think that anytime anyone has something to share, they share it because they wish to prove something, and we have absolutely nothing to prove.
Well, I want to find my inner light. I want to find myself, and I want to spread my knowledge to other people.
You go right ahead.
But how do I know that the people, let's see, on my venture to find myself are real?
Real? Everything is real.
In the sense of people not faking something, if you know what I mean.
Let me put it this way. They are, quote-unquote, faking it or not. If what they share with you works for you, it doesn't matter who they are. And that is actually the whole idea. Take what works for you no matter where it comes from. If it doesn't work, don't use it. If it works, use it. That's all there is to it. You follow me?
Yes, I do.
That is why we are coming now in the manner we are coming. Because this way, you don't have to believe we are who we say we are, and the message itself is what is more important, not the messenger. Because it has been the habit of your society to lock onto the messenger and ignore the message. So take the message for whatever it means to you. Use it if it works. Find what works. Use it. That's the idea. That's all there is to it. That is what is real. What works for you is what for you is most real. What doesn't work, you don't need to think about it right now. If it works for you later, you'll think about it then. You follow me?
Yes, I do.
Now, also, allow me to point out one thing, what you call skepticism. Many individuals in your society think, all right, I'm going to be very scientific. I will be skeptical. Skepticism is not a scientific attitude. Objectivity is. Skepticism is a pre-built bias. Objectivity is balanced. Objectivity says, all right, here's a concept. How does this apply? How can this be applied? What can I learn of it? One way or another. What in this concept will work or won't work for me? Skepticism says, this is hogwash. I will, therefore, go in exploring this with resistance already, rather than an open, balanced, objective point of view. Nothing is truly ever truly objective. Everything is always subjective. But you can create, subjectively, an objective attitude. But skepticism is not scientific. And any true, quote-unquote, scientist will be the first to understand that. Because if skepticism were a scientific tool, there would be very few things you would ever discover. So when, many times, individuals in your society say that they are skeptical, many times it is simply a misinterpretation. Many times they are being truly objective. But many times when individuals think they are being objective, they are actually being skeptical, which means they already have a built-in belief about what it is they are approaching. You follow me?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. And also allow us to remind you that because skepticism is a built-in belief, then quite often skepticism will only be able to manifest in life the result of that belief. In other words, I told you so. And when you get the manifestation that lets the individual say, see, I told you so, that's an indication that the only reason they got that manifestation is because they, to begin with, believed that they were going to be able to say, I told you so. So it is a self-perpetuating prophecy. Thank you for your sharing. You are the path you need to be. Do not forget, a path is not what you are on. A path is what you are. You cannot be off of yourself. Enjoy the path you have created yourself to be. We thank you for sharing that idea with us at this timing. We will suggest that you all enjoy a short break.
Thank you.
Hi.